So you've been running ads for a couple months now and they've been going really well, but you started to notice the conversion rate dropping slightly. And right now, you don't have room for extra budget. So let's take a step back and look at the search term report and look at ways that you can optimize your campaign before having to increase budget.
Let's check the search term report.
The first thing you want to do is log into your account and select a campaign that is the most concern right now. This would be the campaign that is spending a lot, but perhaps not getting you any conversions anymore. We need to dig into this campaign first and see if we can get it working, then implement that to the other campaigns. What we want to do is look at the highest spending ad group. Now, you can do this at campaign level, but what I find is if you go as granular as possible, so select the specific ad group that is not working, you can then build from that, as well as learning the essential skills that you need to implement this across the whole campaign. So I'm going to select this first ad group, which is a broad match type ad group for newspapers. You can see that the keywords here are relevant to newspaper ads. On the right hand side, we want to click on Insights and Reports and then click on Search Terms. These are the terms that are typed into Google by potential customers that then match to your ads. We want to figure out what people are searching for and what is being matched to those ads. What you'll see here is in the first column, the search term. You'll see the match type. This is how that matched to your specific keyword. And then you will see your keywords as well. These are the keywords that you have selected that these are matching to. Next to that is all of the metrics that are relevant for this campaign. What you are able to do is sort by each metric in order to just give you a top level insight into how these are performing. The first one you want to look at is the cost. So if I click on cost, it will sort it by highest to lowest cost over, I have it set to the last 90 days, whatever your time period is. You will see that the first search term is free product advertising, okay, which we are advertising in this ad group newspaper ads, so spots in newspapers. Free product advertising is completely irrelevant. So already I know that perhaps there is a mismatch with what someone is searching versus what they are seeing on the website, which is obviously not related to free product advertising. So the word free is probably something we'd want to get rid of first of all. But let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into this. Free product advertising is matching to business posts ad. Does that look like it matches? From Google's standpoint, because it is a broad match, it's matching them because it thinks it is relevant. However, business post ad is to put an ad in the post for your business. Kind of self-explanatory. So free product advertising is not relevant here. Now, how do we fix this? Well, the easiest thing to do is to click on the little box next to free product advertising and then add as a negative keyword. So a negative keyword is all the keywords that you don't want to show an ad for. So when you have a broad ad group, so broad match type, your keywords are set to broad match type, you need to be very strict on your negative keywords. The negative keywords are going to help you save a lot of money. So what I can do here is I can click add as a negative keyword and I can choose, do I want to add this to the ad group, to the campaign, or to the negative keyword list, which if you don't know is a list that is applied to your entire account. So typically those would be very strict words you don't want to show up for, perhaps profanity, those kind of things. So we can choose campaign or ad group. Now, because we're starting small, I would select the ad group. Now we need to select the match type for this negative keyword. So if we have it in square brackets, that would be exact match type. That means that we are only excluding this keyword if someone types it in exactly as, so free product advertising, which obviously is not going to help us in this state because that is too specific. People, if you scroll down, you can see free internet advertising sites also contain the word free. We are not offering free ads. So we can knock out quite a few search terms which are not relevant by adjusting the negative keyword that we add here. So we want to keep advertising. Product makes sense. It is the newspaper ads that we are advertising. So I think the word free is what we need to exclude. So what we can do here is we just remove all of this. And instead of square brackets, we're going to use inverted commas. This will make it a phrase match. The reason we want to use phrase match for negative keywords is because that we want that word to be blocked anywhere. Phrase match means that if someone types something in front or behind that specific phrase, in this case, it's not going to show. So the word free, if someone types in the word free, we want to ensure we are not showing ads to them, we are not spending budget on these specific people. So now that we have it in that specific match type, we can click on save. And in the added and excluded column, you can now see that this keyword has been excluded from this ad group, which is exactly what we want because the average cost per click, so every time someone clicked on it, we were paying €1.37. And we had 81 clicks in the last 90 days. So you can imagine that the people that were searching for free product advertising landing on our website were not getting what they were looking for. We paid for that, they would have then left the site, which is obviously what we don't want to do. So adding these specific negative keywords are ways to control how much money you're spending. But it doesn't stop there because we can also look to route specific keywords. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, if you see there is a keyword if you see that there is a search term that is matching to something but would be more relevant being served an ad for something else. For example, if you look at online advertising, this is matching to business post ads, which as we know is not relevant because we are trying to get ads in the newspaper and not online. So we can put this specific keyword in another ad group that is advertising online. That way they are served a much better ad and the click-through rate can increase as well as the conversion rate, which is what we're looking for. So what we're going to do in this situation is add this as a negative keyword in this ad group, but added as a keyword in another ad group. That way that the traffic will not be matched to business post ads, but rather matched to online advertising in an ad group that is advertising online advertising. So just to refresh everything, option number 1, when you're in your search terms, you can look to exclude specific search terms that are not relevant for that ad group. This way, you'll be saving budget on every click. So simply look at the cost you have spent over the last however many days, and you can multiply that over the months coming. That is your saving. Option number 2 is to add a specific keyword to another ad group where it's more relevant and then exclude it. This is called routing. And then option number 3 is simply to add the search terms that are converting. So if there are search terms that are matching to something that is not exactly the same, you can add that as a keyword. This way it will improve your quality score because the match type will be a lot closer. You can also adjust your ad copy to fit in with what is converting. If someone is searching for Irish business posts, you want to show you that in your ad copy since that is getting a lot of conversions. It will then help increase the conversion rate. And lastly is obviously to adjust your landing page. But in terms of the search reports, this is essentially how you want to navigate it. So take what we've learned in today's session and apply that to your ad groups which are not working. Once you have those working, you can then go on a bigger scale and do this perhaps monthly for each campaign. It will be a lot easier to do it that way, and you will get much better results over a continued period of time rather than waiting until things fall off and then having to increase your budget. So that is search term reports. If you have any questions, if there's anything I didn't cover and you want me to cover it next time, let me know in the comments below and hit the like button so that I know you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe to not miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.